President Obama in his judicial appointments has done some great things, right? For example, 2 progressives on the Supreme Court. That's enormously important. And I often talk about, is there a difference between Democrats and Republicans? As frustrated and angry as I get with the Democrats, at least you get more progressive Supreme Court justices, and that is indisputable. Look, we can't have somebody who is guided by personality, right? What I mean by is if you're a voter, I can't have you saying, like, I either love Obama and hence I support everything he does, or I hate Obama and hence I'm against everything Obama does. That makes no sense. You've got to judge it based on the actual facts, right? So even if you're frustrated by Obama, you have to recognize that the judicial appointments to the Supreme Court have been great. In fact, other judicial appointments to the different Circuit Court of Appeals is also enormously important. He has managed to alter the balance of power between conservatives and liberals on 4 of the nation's 13 Circuit Court of Appeals. That's not a bad number. Now, is it because he's a wild-eyed progressive or liberal? No, it's just that he's a Democrat. When Democrats come in, they largely put in Democratic-leaning justices, right? And that swings the balance usually back and forth between Republicans and Democrats. And in fact, he would be able to swing the balance in 3 other places: Court of Appeals in Washington, the 11th Circuit in Atlanta, and the 10th Circuit in Denver. But the Republicans have just flat out stopped confirming his judges there. They're like, oh yeah, we should confirm them. We're going to find every excuse in the book to not confirm them because it would swing the balance of power. And we're going to try to delay until we can get a Republican president. And instead of having Democrats fill those slots as they should. I mean, we're not right at the end of Obama's administration. These slots have been open for so long, and we're still so far away from the election. And the Republicans are like, nope, I won't fill them, right? Because they play hardball. When the Republicans are in charge, they nominate judges to these Circuit Court of Appeals that average age is in the 40s. Sometimes some of the judges are in their 30s. Now, why do they do that? Because they want them to be around for 40 or 50 years, continuing to be Republicans and conservatives in all those incredibly important circuit courts. You know that only 80 cases go to the Supreme Court every year? So these circuit courts get a giant share of the actual cases that are decided throughout the country, right? And that's why the Republicans care so much about all those cases that involve business interests, that there be conservatives and Republicans there looking out for those businesses, right? And not looking out for the average American. So what is the average age of the Obama nominee so far? 55. Why? Because he wants to prove that, oh, look, they're so experienced, they're so qualified. Republicans, now you have to let up, right? You see that? I mean, come on. I gave you such experienced, well-qualified guys. You can't argue. What? You're still arguing, huh? All right, I'll keep appointing people that are older. Look, in an ideal world, maybe you want 55-year-old judges in those incredibly important positions. But we're not in the ideal world. We're in the political world where the Republicans always play hardball and the Democrats always give in. So in the end, what do you have? You have stacked, instead of it being 50-50, you have stacked courts where Republicans appoint really young judges that stay there forever, and Democrats, if they can actually get them in, appoint much older judges who don't stay on the courts as long, and then the Republicans come in and replace them. So it's not all Obama's fault, and he has made some good appointments. And the Republicans have blocked him. But in the end, of course, there's more concessions. Always more concessions out of the Democrats and Obama. And in the end, that goes to the advantage of the Republicans. Now, if you say there's nothing that could be done, as always, you are wrong. What can be done is a strong president that comes out and goes, how dare these people impede justice? We're trying to get business done here, and important cases about fundamental justice in this country cannot be taken up by these courts because the Republicans are obstructing it for their millionaire friends and their corporations that are buying them. And then you know what happens? 72% of Americans who want to raise taxes on the rich go, oh my God, wait a minute. Are these Republicans blocking this to be in favor of the rich? Why are they blocking it? Wait, this is justice. Justice is so important. Why are they blocking it? Does President Obama do that fight? Of course not. He never fights. So he doesn't do it. Instead, he goes, oh, okay, we'll eventually get to those later, if you will, please. And here's some really old judges that I want to put up.